Welcome back to the channel, folks. Mr. H here for some Hellboy news. So I actually saw Hellboy yesterday, and I quite liked it, but apparently it's being absolutely panned by critics and everyone, and I'll link my review down below. But there is some news here as to apparently why it's considered a mess by a lot of people. Now, just to quickly give you my take on it, I just think it's like a hard R version of like what Venom should have been. A dumb, fun movie. Doesn't take itself seriously. It's nothing that you should take serious, and it's just, you know, a good time, basically. It's definitely not Oscar bait, that's for sure. But I don't really understand why it's being panned so much, because, again, like if we look at Venom, Venom was ripped apart by critics, but audiences loved it. And I liked Venom. Again, I thought it was the same kind of thing, just a dumb, fun movie. But where Hellboy shines is just the R-rated nature of it all. But anyway, all that to one side. Apparently the reason as to why Hellboy is being considered as bad as it is and, you know, is like a disjointed mess or whatever people are saying is that Neil Marshall and the producers really clashed. So The Wrap, and this is all from The Wrap, they are reporting that there was a lot of disagreements between Neil Marshall and two very specific producers, Lawrence Gordon and Lloyd Levin. Apparently this is what could have led to the whole issue of the film. Now, an attorney for Lloyd Levin has denied what The Wrap is saying, stating that the story itself is appearing to be shaping up as a puff piece for Neil Marshall, whilst tarnishing Hellboy and Lloyd Levin, so the attorney's client. The Wrap, though, is stating that Neil Marshall was frequently undermined by producers. So this is something which we hear often. Generally speaking, it's actually from Fox. So Fox producers come in and they undermine everyone, and you know, that's why we get such bad movies like the Fantastic Four. But apparently The Wrap is saying that Lawrence Gordon and Lloyd Levin were incredibly undermining of Neil Marshall's vision for the film, stating that they would actually give orders to the cast rather than Neil Marshall, which is very strange. Apparently David Harbour, the star of Hellboy, Big Red himself, walked off set and refused Neil Marshall's request for more takes. In my eyes, could that be the case? Yeah, maybe, fine. I actually quite liked his depiction of it, so it's a bit of a shame, really. I feel like this damage control piece has come out and is, like I say, it's damage control, but I really do feel they should probably have waited. If this is a calculated move from The Wrap and Neil Marshall and stars and things like that, they really should have waited for the audience's reaction to Hellboy rather than the critics. Because if this is a calculated move and it's damage control for that, it's really bad. Because I genuinely think you guys will quite like it. I had a good time with it. If you like Venom, you know, and you like hard R movies, you'll probably like Hellboy. So I feel that they may have shot themselves in the foot if this is a calculated damage control piece. But apparently David Harbour and Ian McShane were both two parties that were rewriting scenes whilst the shooting was actually commencing, which very strange that is a thing. It shouldn't really be happening, but apparently that's what The Wrap is stating. Also, not only that, there was a huge dispute, and this is what makes me think that it just could all be BS or some bizarre calculated piece for damage control, because The Wrap is stating that one of the biggest disputes was about the aesthetics of a tree. Now, the tree itself is big in Hellboy's plot, the movie. Can't really go too much into it because it will be spoilers, but it's in the trailers as well. You've seen the tree. Now, Neil Marshall wanted it to look fairly realistic, but the producers, and again, just remember, apparently this is what The Wrap is saying is a big dispute. The producers said that they wanted it to be asymmetrical, and the latter got their way during post-production. I mean, really? It's a goddamn tree, guys. It's a tree. You're bitching about a tree? So this is what makes me think that this could just be complete BS or some bizarre calculated move. But anyway, moving on. Apparently when the producers took over, that was when Marshall handed his cut of the movie in, but the attorney himself for Lloyd Levin did actually admit that the filmmaker himself was never promised the final cut on the movie. So what we saw might not actually be Neil Marshall's cut of the film, which again does make sense because there's a lot in the trailers which is not in the movie. So, and I said this in my movie review, that I feel like a lot was cut out, and it evidently was, because again there's stuff in the trailers which is not in the final film. It's been recut and changed quite a bit. So anyway, like I say, there's a lot of he said, she said, you know, BS, as the Limp Bizkit song goes. I do feel if this is calculated in terms of damage control, bad move, guys. Really, really bad move. None of this happened with Venom. Venom was critically panned. Critics absolutely hated Venom. Audiences loved it. I feel like and I could be wrong, like I could be way off the mark, but I feel Hellboy is of the same vein. If you're a Hellboy fan, you might not like it. And if you're looking for a superhero awesome movie, you might not like it. But if you're looking for something similar to Venom, where it's a dumb, fun film, lots of blood, lots of gore, but it's more R-rated, you'll probably like Hellboy. Doesn't take itself seriously, and it knows what it is. So anyway, there you go. That's my thoughts. That's the news. What do you think, though? Let me know down below in the comment section. As always, if you are new here, please do hit subscribe. And to stay up to date on the world of pop culture and movie news, crush that bell notification icon. If you enjoyed this video, give it a like and a share. And if you want to support me further, I do actually have a Patreon page. The link will be down below in the description box. And there's a whole host of benefits and rewards and exclusive crap. Anyway, guys, thanks so much for watching. I've been Mr. H. Take care.